Yes, yes, another week, another chat box. Unfortunately, I didn't make it through all of this week's movie. Oh my days. Listen up, we got a special review here. It's a 2020 film, but before we get started, got your boy, ladies love, Andre in the house.
Yep.
And here I'm your boy, Sean, it's the brother.
Yo,
Now, this week's film, well, I fell asleep twice trying to get to the end of it. I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't get to the end. So you're not gonna hear much from me this week other than the few views that I did get on the film. I'm hoping that Andre got to the end. Sean, I don't know, did you get to the end?
I did, but boy, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled to get through to the end, boy. That was
So
madness.
So this week's film is I'm thinking of ending things. Every time Andre put it in the group, I thought he was talking about leaving the group. I was like, what do you mean? What, you don't want? Oh, the movie. Right, I get you. Yeah, like, so there's a girl who travels with her boyfriend in the snow and she meets his family. And during this time with his family, she starts to learn a lot about him, but also about herself. We go on a few journeys. I feel like it should have been a stage play rather than a movie. Or if it was a movie, someone should have thought more about the narrative and how they're taking the viewers on a journey. But I want to know for you guys, first of all, Andre, you chose this movie, so I'm interested to hear what you got to say. Was this a hit or was it a miss?
Yes, I did choose this movie. Saw the trailer. It looked interesting. Heard a lot of interesting things about it. Also, Charlie Kaufman directed it, and he's done some decent movies like Being John Malkovich, like stuff like that. Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I think it's called, with Jim Carrey. I think he wrote that as well. So I went into watching it with an open mind, and I would say it's the actors do their roles well. I'm a fan of certain of the actors. I've known them from other stuff, so they done well in that regard. But I did not like this movie at all. It was horrible. As I was watching it, more and more, I was getting more and more annoyed with everything that was happening. Now, I have a lot of respect for actors, the crew, writer, director. Like, it's hard work and a lot goes into it. I respect them for that. But this movie, I just have to ask myself, why was this made? What was this for? I don't understand this. It really annoyed me. I just didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand the point of it as well. Like, what are you trying to say exactly? Like, it really annoyed me watching this movie. That, that's all for now. I'll come back for more stuff to say.
Yeah, I have to follow up with what Andre said. I know I'm smiling and laughing right now, but that's because it's ended and I haven't got to watch it anymore. But yeah, what a diabolical piece of work. And I don't like to be too critical on the performing arts industry, because I know it's something that we all benefit from, and a lot of hard work and effort goes into it. But I've got to say on this one, despite the hard work and despite the efforts, it was absolutely diabolical. It was just rubbish from the beginning to the end. I mean, it started off, which looked like it was the beginning of a bit of a montage, but then it sort of just jumped and skipped around the place. It had a lot of dialogue in it, which I don't mind a little bit of dialogue, but I just felt like it was so much. It was just dialogue the whole film, and I couldn't understand what was going on. It was just so disjointed. It was a film that just made you feel bored watching it, because you're trying to stay with what's actually happening whilst watching it, but you just really can't. I don't care if you're a rocket scientist. I'm sorry. You're just not gonna understand what's going on in this film. And I'm pretty much sitting there wondering, was that the point? I really don't know. Was they actually trying to get us to sit there and watch a film for 2 hours and not understand what's actually happening? I don't know. Someone else tell me. Like, maybe one of you guys have like a bit more of an idea of what the actual film was about. A bit like what Andre said. It just didn't make any sense. It was a film just made for the sake of making a film. And I think I touched on this a few weeks back when we covered The Sleepover, that film that we did a review on. And sometimes I really do watch some of the stuff that's coming out on some of these streaming services, and I do genuinely think, are they just making films just to get their numbers up? You know, we've got 100,000 films in our catalogue, rather than them actually, you know, checking what's actually being written and what's actually being made and going to be put out there for the public to watch. Because I think a lot of people, after watching this film, I think they're going to be pretty angry. That's my take on it anyway. Go ahead.
Sure, my G, you make me laugh, bruv. Honestly, I feel you though. I feel you. I definitely think that I think it was clear that the film was trying to get across a message about mental health and experiences of mental health, and I suppose representations of mental health. And I got that because I've done a little reading up about it. And I guess by the name, you know, I'm thinking of ending things. Clearly, that is gonna lead towards mental health issues. However, I feel if you're gonna put something into a film, you need to make sure that you are understanding how the viewer consumed your message. And the message didn't get across to me. It clearly didn't get across to Sean, and it clearly didn't get across to Andre. And I think that's so important in so many films. When we're watching them, we forget that we are actually consuming a message. And in this one, they did it terribly. Did you pick up anything to do with the storyline? Like, I know I didn't get to the end of it, but that's because I was so lost and bored. But what did you think, Andre?
Like, listening to what you're saying about the mental health aspect and stuff like that, and getting it across to the viewer, it didn't get that across to me whatsoever. I knew that it was kind of trying to like maybe sprinkle that or in the movie, but the movie was so disjointed, so frustrating and annoying that how can I take anything from it? There was no storyline. There was a bunch of scenes that were with some good scenes, but that led to nowhere. They just led to nowhere. So it's like, why am I wasting my time with this movie? Like, what are you doing? Like, I just didn't understand what was going on. There were so many things. Like, I wrote so much stuff down because all throughout this movie, because so much things were annoying me. And I know like some people might say with this movie, it's open to your interpretation. Well, my interpretation is that this movie is crap. It's a load of rubbish. Like, interpretation, I understand that with like if it was a weird kind of ending or something like that, but the whole movie is up to interpretation. And that's just nonsense to me. The movie did nothing for me. I'm sorry, but this movie annoyed me a lot.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just listening to Andre and I was going through the emotions again. Exactly what Andre just said. It was so annoying. I mean, I can even go back to moments in the film, like when she was upstairs with the dad, and you know, obviously he expressed, you know, that we've got the sign on the door saying it's his old room because I'm suffering from dementia or whatever it is. Obviously, we know there's a lot of people in the world that are suffering from these conditions when they get to an elderly age and stuff like that. So I can understand they want to put a little bit of emphasis on awareness of some of these things. But again, it's like what Andre said. They had that whole dialogue with him and her, and the next thing, she's walking down the stairs and she can't get to the bottom. She's constantly walking down the stairs. I'm like, what is going on there? I just couldn't connect the dots together. And you know, all right, I might not be the brainiest person, you know what I mean? I'm not Einstein or anything like that, but I'm sure I can connect the dots with a film. And I don't feel like there was any dots to connect in this one. I felt like it was just like, I don't know, man. You know, like when you look at abstract art and you think like, you know, you can maybe take something out of it. It looks like there's loads of splatters of different colors of paint or, you know, prints or whatever on it. But you can maybe put it together and formulate something and be like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that, you know, you read it and someone explains it to you. But with this one, I honestly don't think anyone could explain this to me. This is meant to be a work of art. This is a film. Do you know what I mean? What is going on? I'm sorry, because people got paid to make this. Do you get what I'm saying? People got paid to make this film, and it's just madness. Like, we should not be saying this about the film. Fair enough us giving it a bit of a low rating, but come on. Do you know what I mean? This film made me want to watch Sleepover. Oh my days. You know what? Yeah, go on.
No, bro, you've got the show. You do the rest of the show. I'll just watch. You're the show this week.
I'm sorry, bro. But man, I was angry because I had a lot of meetings today, right? And I come out of my meetings thinking, all right, yeah, let me check this film out, because obviously I was a bit delayed, and I was thinking like maybe this might be a nice little watch, you know. Thinking of ending things. I got from the title that it touches on mental health, you know, which I've known people to suffer from that and stuff like that. So, you know, it might be something that's interesting, and then you see that kind of, you know what I mean, rubbish that they put out. It really annoyed me. Similar to what Andre was saying.
While you're in the hot seat there, Sean, how many stars are you giving this one?
I don't even think you can give it. For me personally, I don't think I would give this the same amount of stars as a Sleepover. So I'm going to have to say 0 on this one.
Boy, Andre?
Look, like I said, I respect the filmmakers, actors, the writers, director. Like, they're very talented people. Charlie Kaufman is very talented. But I have to just give my real opinion on this, and this movie was not good for me. And I really want to find someone. Maybe I'll go on Facebook and talk to someone and say, put on my status, is someone seen I'm Thinking of Ending Things? Did you like it? If you liked it, can you please explain to me why you liked it? I want to know. Tell me, because we're going to have a good discussion about it. Because I really want to know, because I don't understand this movie. So I'm giving it 2 stars.
Hey, 2 stars is a lot better than I thought you would. I've got to give shouts, you know, props and all of that to the actors, like doing their job at the end of the day. Every actor should get a shout out when you're reviewing a film. Jesse Plemons, Jesse Buckley, Tony Collette, and some others. So there you go. That was I'm Thinking of Ending Things. This is Chatterbox. Let us know what you thought in the comments. I'm Dan. Got your boy Lady Love, Andre.
Did you give a star? Did you give a rating? Sorry.
Well,
you know what it is? Because Dan doesn't want to give it a 0.
IMDb gave it, well, so far, IMDb viewers have given it 6.8 stars, I think. So, yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them, mate.
It's your boy Sean. This is Chatterbox. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Well, yeah, peace.